What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Nate Campbell. I'm here to experience the Galaxy with Nate Campbell. Me and my man John in the room. Listen, we're going to get right to it. John is kind of hungry. I'm kind of hungry. And we're going to talk about Unity Bakery right out of the gate tonight. See, Unity Bakery is a group, these two young ladies that come into the barbershop where I get my hair cut. And they sell their baked goods. And their baked goods, I'm going to read this to you. Y'all got to bear with me. And it's really small. I don't have my glasses. It says, at Unity Bakery, we take pride in our products. We have your health in mind. We strive to use the best ingredients. We use no white flour, no white sugar, the only all natural, no GMO, and organic ingredients. Rest assured knowing you are receiving quality, gourmet products made with love and from our kitchen, delivered straight to you. Then they make lemon cakes, carrot cakes, chocolate cakes, cream cheese pound cakes, zucchini bread, banana bread, honey wheat bread. Oh, which I'm gonna try that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Oh, I had a bean pie today. They make these miniature bean pies. Listen, they make these miniature bean pies, and these miniature bean pies is God, GAWD, God. Chocolate chip cookies, which I have some. Oatmeal cookie, it's chocolate cookie, chocolate chip cookie, chocolate chip oatmeal, oatmeal raisin, peanut butter, all cookies. Yeah. These young ladies right here, we got them up on here. Unity Bakery. I want to kind of leave it. I want you guys to go to Unity Bakery.
They're on Facebook.
They're on Facebook. Unity Bakery is on Facebook. These young ladies are two little sisters. They're young sisters. I mean, teenagers, maybe early 20s, and their mother's a big proponent in their company, and they out here doing it, man. They out here doing it. And what I want you guys to get is a gist of what this is. I want to show you all the cookies. Come on, John, grab one. gonna show you the cookies. These are straight up chocolate chips.
Boy, they look good. Yeah, you should smell them. I'm this far from the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
All organic.
Oh.
They're organic. Their phone numbers are. I think their phone numbers are right on the Facebook.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome, ladies.
All organic. Woo. And wow. And for me, it's important because I'm going meatless right now. No land mammal.
They have a phone number out here.
Yeah.
206-261-8630. Is it 205? Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. 205-261-8637.
Yep.
I think that's what it says. I'm going to put it up on the screen. So
Right.
It's right there. Wow, these cookies are something.
Dude.
These are a bomb, man. Oh my god, chocolate.
Call your wife.
Go to Unity Bakery.
I'm not gonna dog your wife.
Right.
I saved the one.
All right.
They come in these little containers like this, and they're wrapped up in cellophane. Lord have mercy. It says handmade with love, especially for you. Thank you. Look, I'm not making this up. I love a chocolate chip cookie as much as the next guy. Tastes like it's some coconut in it or something, but good God Almighty. Woo. And they're rich.
We gotta bring these ladies in here,
right?
Man.
Yeah,
we gotta bring them in.
Right, they're rich, but they're not too rich. It's a dip. I mean this cookie, but I'm like, y'all don't get this part. For me, I'm loving the fact that these are young ladies out here doing it. And when you read their card, it says owner, head baker, Aaliyah, head baker, Mariah, and the owner.
That's them right there.
Right, that's them. Aaliyah, Mariah. These young ladies are fantastic bakers, dude.
Man, those cookies are out of sight.
The bean pie was so good. I didn't want to share it with my cousin, but I didn't want to. Look, me and my cousin. You heard me tell about the Reese's peanut butter cup story?
Yeah, no.
Well, the Reese's peanut butter cup story is this: if we had Reese's peanut butter cups, and it was two of us, we'd always have to share one of the cups, always. So for me, it's very hard for me to eat two Reese's peanut butter cups because I'm so used to sharing them all my life. I shared that bean pie with my cousin, and I told him, "Cuz, don't eat it because if you give it back, I'm gonna eat the rest of it." These little mini bean pies, man. That bean pie was, oh my God, that bean pie was good. And the cookies even better.
The cookies are even better, man.
Well, I don't know if it's even better, but it's good.
I don't
John,
know.
you
There
can
are a
stop
lot of
eyeballing
kids.
this one.
The chocolate, it's good cookies I've ever had anywhere in any bakery, anything I've ever had.
These are young ladies, man.
Yeah. Go to their Facebook page. How do you order these? You have to go into a store. How do you get them?
Call them and they'll ship them to you. They will ship them. They'll deliver them if you're in the area. They say they're closed on Tuesdays, but 205-261-8637. 205-261-8637. I'm not, and they even make these little fruit cups. They make these fruit cups too. You know what I'm saying? They make these fruit cups too. And the fruit cups good as hell. I'm like blueberries, grapes, little mandarin oranges, strawberries, and pineapple. And I mean, I have big hands. Look how big this is a big cup. You know, and I don't know if we got kicked off on the page.
Yeah, we got kicked off on here, but we're still streaming on. We're still streaming on YouTube and Experience the
I think because we gave the phone number out, they kicked us.
I don't know what they do now. They're crazy. Facebook is crazy.
Well, anyway, listen. Outstanding product. And let's get into the show. I'm gonna be eating this cookie throughout, cause I'm taking my time with this. But have you heard anything about that Jesse Smollett thing, man?
I haven't heard anything new on it.
Man, I've been hearing all kind of stuff, and it's crazy. I'm gonna talk about the Bow Wow incident too. But the Jesse Smollett thing is, I'm just gonna say this. I talked about it on Judge Joe Brown's show earlier this week, and I'm being honest. Listen, Judge Joe Brown and I feel about the same way. So what? He was like they called him the F word and the N word. And I'm like, should I call him that every time I talk about him? I'm just saying. Every time I describe him, I say, you know that N word, that's the F word on Empire. And oh yes, I'm out. Man, I can care less. Listen. And here's what kills me. Everybody got so much to say about Jesse Smollett, and I wish you'd get back on Facebook, because I really want to.
Yeah, I'm going to get back on in a second. These guys on Facebook are just
right.
Assholes.
Jesse Smollett, and every time you say something bad about him, they want to act like you wrong for that. And the LBGT killed me, because those ones that talk about intersectionalism, how blacks and whites they intersect,
right,
don't realize that white gay men are just as racist as straight gay men. They the same races. I mean, same thing with the women. And my argument is, I'm not gonna keep fighting. I think that if Jesse Smollett was beaten, I think he was beaten, but I don't think he was beaten for the reason that they made it out. You know, I've been reading some other stuff that he was hollering at somebody's people. You know what I'm saying? He was hollering at somebody's people. You know,
the story's very convoluted, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I heard he was met with somebody else's old man, and they stepped in and put their foot down in his ass.
Yeah, they still haven't caught the guy's alleged guy.
Ain't nobody, they ain't on film. And the cool thing about it was, at least he didn't say it was a black guy between 4'7" and 6'5".
Yeah, that narrowed it down.
At least he didn't do that. But you know, Jesse Smollett does not. I mean, I feel like this is a ploy to get that Lee Daniels movie shit done. Super Bitch. Have you heard about it?
I think you were talking about it last week.
Gay superhero. Call him Super Bitch.
Oh yeah. Right.
Got this.
Hang on, I'm gonna put the YouTube feed up on Facebook right now until
Right.
I get the Facebook thing straightened out.
Cool.
YouTube stream.
He got the Super Bitch movie going, and black folk already showing pushback on that. So what he's doing is trying to figure out how to get some, some movement with his movie.
Right, that's probably what this is all about, right?
And I think that's what it's all about. I might be a lot of things. I might be a fool, but I ain't no damn fool. And ain't that cookie good? I'm under the impression that what he's doing They're trying to make it okay. You know what I'm saying?
Delete that.
Right. Make it okay to gays need a superhero. What gays need to do is accept where they are. They got all the rights they ever wanted. And stop trying to get acceptance instead of tolerance. The average black man is tolerant of you. Even if he ain't cool with it. But what's wrong is that now they're trying to make me and you know what I'm saying? Not, not make it where me and you don't have a right to speak about it.
Okay, there you
You
go.
don't have a right. I don't have a right. That fight thing?
Yeah, just click on that. The live stream is right there.
All right. I'm sharing it.
Okay.
But I'm making it abundantly clear. You don't have the right, you know what I'm saying, try to force me to accept something I don't want to accept. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the overall push that the LGBTQ is trying to put on us. We're being made to accept something that we don't want to accept. And all this Justice Smollett thing is a way to get that done. They're not, let me tell you something. Until they realize that black folk realize that the LGBTQ is not on their side, we're going to keep coming up last. Same way in the civil rights movement where they changed it from, it was about black folk, and out of nowhere, they made it about minorities. And that one word, minorities, fuck black folk. It screwed us right out of the game. Because now everybody's a minority but us. You know what I'm saying? Black men ain't no minority. Only minority we got is the black woman. And she's the minority right now for this moment. But they say that white women are a minority. How can white women be a minority and black women be a minority and black men be a minority too? Is that many white men are here?
I don't know. White women are the actual majority of Americans. Not the majority of Americans, the majority of minorities. They're the highest.
It's more of them. It's more white women and black women than it is black men.
Right. Right.
So shouldn't we get all the breaks that they get? But we don't. So this whole thing with LGBTQ, feminist movement, it's a bullshit move. And I think this thing that Smollett is doing is another bullshit move. I'm just tired, man. I'm tired of, and then Roland Martin keep talking about that, man. Let me tell you something, man. We men, dude. If two men kick your ass, you might want to work out harder. I mean, god damn, I'm 5'7", 170 pounds now, and I'm fat. But I was 126 pounds at one time. Ain't nobody just run up on me and beat me up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody beat me up, bro. And I'm gonna segue that into Terry Crews. If Terry Crews don't stop tap dancing, buck dancing, and shoe shining, I'm through with him too. I'm through with him too. Every time you see Terry Crews, he got a dress on, a pink suit on, he bucking his eyes, he got braids on, he got plaits in, he playing a punk. You know what I'm saying? The very first time I saw Terry Crews in a major role, he was playing Damon on Friday After Next, and he was trying to rape Cat Williams in the bathroom.
Damn.
Yeah, you can look the movie up. Cat Williams was a little pimp named Money Mike, and he had to grip his ball sack with a pair of grip pliers. I am a boy, Damon. You are not in prison anymore. He had to crunch in on your balls. And it's a great movie, man. One of the funniest scenes of the movie. But, dude, now this man's talking about toxic masculinity. He all of a sudden mad with D.L. Hughley. Tell D.L. Hughley he'll slap him. He'll slap D.L. Hughley in the face. But he didn't want to slap Alan Bennett or whatever his name is, who grabbed his private part twice in front of his wife. That just goes to show you how black men are. You're afraid of a little bitty white guy that you feel like can hurt your career, but you'll jump on D.L. Hughley, who is another black man that's holding you responsible for your own safety. Does that make sense?
No.
And I asked that question because I'ma say it because I would love for the threat to slap me in my face. All 6'2", 245 pounds of you 500-pound bench pressing ass can get that work. You can get that work. Where I come from, you ain't gonna take nothing from me without taking my life, not my manhood. Forever, for the rest of his life, his manhood will forever be in that white boy's pocket. He grabbed your pucker in front of your wife twice, and you ain't do nothing about it because you scared to go to jail. It's something worth going to jail for. It's something we're going to jail for. And you sitting up in front of Congress talking, you big Negro, if you don't get your ass. If you don't get your ass. You don't get your whole entire ass down off that, out in front of them cameras, talking about this man grab your private part. Boy, let me tell you, man, I could have spit. You hear me? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, what I was hearing. That we are that sissified that we'll let somebody walk up to us and grab. Hey, he said the dude did him like this from across the room, John. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm saying that man was Ha Davis in him. Come on, big boy, sit down when you pee. You got to be out your mind. You got to be on the other side of stupid to actually believe that what I'm saying is wrong. You are a man, 245 pounds, 6'2" tall, grown ass man. Could you pull up Adam Bennett? Adam Bennett. Pull him. I want to show him on the screen if we can. Adam Bennett. I don't know what he looked like exactly, but Adam Bennett. He was the a big time Hollywood agent.
Bennett.
Bennett. Is it Bennett? Bennett or Bennett? With a Bennett. Bennett. I think it's with a V. What?
Bennett.
How does Bennett look?
Dr. Adam Bennett.
No. Look up.
Professional ice hockey defenseman.
No. Look up Alan Bennett and Terry Crews together. See if it shows them together. And you should spell Terry Crews' name with an I.
Oh, wait. Adam Bennett. Okay, there it is. Adam Bennett is one. What am I looking for?
Is that photo of him? And put it up for us.
That the dude right there?
There you go. There you go. That's him. Does it show you what Adam Bennett looks like physically? Because I need to know if
that's him right there.
Yeah, I mean physically on a. Does it have his? What is it? Is this? I mean, stand up to that woman. Go down.
How big is he?
Yeah.
Oh, how big is he?
I need to know how big he is. Height. Yeah. How big is he?
Website that is everybody's height.
I need to know, cause I'm no, the Mad Groper, he got groped. How you a grown ass man and you get groped? I'm asking for a friend, John.
I don't know.
How are you a grown ass man and you get groped? How the hell do you look in your kid's face and say he groped me? You 6'5", 6'2", 200 and not 45 pounds. And this man, dude, this is buck breaking on another level. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
He is being buck broken on another mentally. He has been mentally and emotionally buck broken. Basically, in front of your wife, he ramrodded you on a mental level. You let that little cuss right there fill on you in public in front of your wife, and you mad with D.L. Hughley. I'm gonna have a problem. I gotta have a problem with that. I got an issue with that, man. I'm gonna have a problem with that. And you got between Jesse or whatever his name is, Smollett, and Terry Crews. I gotta have a problem with that. Y'all around here talking about I ain't never seen black men so toothless in my life. They're toothless, man. You gotta be the most toothless mother such and so and so in the world. Bro, this man grabbed your pecker. He grabbed your packer twice, your package twice the way you said it. 2 times. First time would have got his neck broke with me. No. And listen to me. I done had to take all my clothes off in a room full of people.
Yeah, in front of me and my son.
Yes. With a towel hanging up in front of me.
JJ's like this. He goes, whoa. He puts his hand up. Oh, Dad. Hey. I like Nate, man. I'm a fan, but not that much.
Dude, I mean, but hey, I got to make this weight. But I'm saying the saddest part about it is, at the end of the day, when it all comes around to this, when it all comes out, when the words are spoken, you got to understand what he said. He groped me. Adam Bennett groped me. He touched me. He physically molested me. Now, wait a minute. A little kid says this, I'm angry. If a woman says this, I'm angry. But if Terry Crews says this, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't particularly, dude. You got all the muscles. See you out. If you forever lifting a weight and talking about how people was mad at you, was yelling and hollering in the gym, right? And you was more forceful with the people that tried to tell him to get out of the gym. Get out of the gym because he was screaming and making too many noises than he was with somebody actually putting their hands on him. I'm gonna have a problem with that. You gotta help me see this, John. Talk to me from a white man's perspective. I mean, because maybe I'm too black for this.
Dude, there's just way more gay people. Listen, Nate, I'm gonna let you in on something. These numbers of 6% of gay people and all that shit are bullshit. There's way more gay people around than you think.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's way more.
Hey,
it's like 10 or 12%.
I believe it.
Listen,
I believe that. I believe
it's just like when Trump got into office. There's a way more. You guys knew how many racists were. A lot of white people. You're like, damn, there's a lot of racists around here.
I'm not saying. And I said this. I told John this one time. I said, John, I'm not saying all white people are racist, but all races are white people. I'm just saying. I'm not saying all white people are racist, but all races are white people. I just want you to know that. And when you say that, that then makes me to have to go back and look at the very function that is America in black America. Why, dude? The Willie Lynch letter is 100% real. It said if you break the man, if you push the man out of the family and break the woman rather, she would deliver her offspring to you, mentally weak but physically strong. And Terry Crews is the epitome of the Willie Lynch letter. Physically, he's an animal. But he's a whip weasel wuss when you put him out there, when you put it out there. I can't trust him. I wouldn't trust him if I was his wife to protect me. If you can't protect you. Does it say what his height was?
Bennett's height?
Does it show? I mean, I want to know.
What's his first name again?
Adam Bennett. I need to know it.
Age, wife, gay, network, Jewish, whatever it says here. Okay, he's 55 years old, born 1963, so he is
57
gay,
almost.
Lesbian, no, it says.
What does it say?
It doesn't say his height.
He's gay. We know he's gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a big dude, isn't he?
I wouldn't give a fuck how big he was. You got to take, look, if you ain't, first of all, If Adam Bennett and Terry Crews would have been on the yard, Terry Crews would have been his bitch. At that point, from the point he grabbed his pecker, the first time, Adam Bennett would have had him bent over in the shower stall somewhere. He'd have been a big sissy with his pants pockets ripped off. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You a former football player that's turned actor, and you got this dude. Man, let me tell you something. Boy, look here. Ain't no way under the sun. And you can't make me understand this. You can't make me see it. My brother Mike says it like this here. I can't do it and you can't make it. And that just goes to show you how they're trying to break the black man. You know what I'm saying? They show you Juicy Smollett, and they're using him and the producer of the movie, the director of the movie, what the dude name is, the gay dude, that does Empire and does all that stuff. Lee Daniels. I think it's a ploy. I don't care what you say, I think it's a ploy. They don't like what I'm saying. I believe it's a ploy. I can't say it is, but I believe it is. And you can come try to sue me, I ain't got no money. I'm gonna say I ain't got, it's all in my daughter's name. Okay? Now you got Jesse, now you got Terry Crews out here copping deuces after being everything. Let me tell you something. I know men would have went to prison. I know black men would have went to prison for the same thing that man done to him. Right or wrong?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one. Then let's take this into account. Kevin Gates was on the stage and a girl reached up and grabbed his private part. He asked her to stop. She did it again. He kicked her from the stage. They put him in prison. So the black man is not allowed to defend himself in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, and I'm gonna go back a step for you. Bow Wow, pull up Bow Wow. Bow Wow, Shad Moss, Bow Wow, whatever they call him. Pull up that picture. There's a arrest picture. This boy was just arrested. I had it on my phone, but I'm putting this. Bring it up. Yeah, this boy was just arrested here recently, within the last couple of days, a day or so. Put it up, puppy. And put it up on. Okay, all right. He was arrested, and look at his face. Can people see this?
Yeah.
Look at his face and look at her face. We know who was getting the licks in. But they took both of them to jail. See, rather than take the person to jail that has committed, you can tell she committing the crime against him. Look at his face. Ain't a scratch on her. These are arrest photos. Dude, we know who was getting mishandled in that bedroom.
Sure.
Look at him. This look right here. This look like why Chris Brown bit Rihanna right here. That would look like right there. And nobody want to talk about that. Now I guarantee you he fighting for his freedom in his life. It ain't shit happening to her. You know why? Because as a black man, you're not allowed to defend yourself. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. If the police would have showed up on the scene and I'd have had them scratches then.
We got something under his eye too.
Yeah. If the police would have showed up. Not a scratch on that woman.
She doesn't have a scratch. She looks like her makeup's still.
Thank you.
Her makeup set.
If the
I've seen girls after a makeup job not look that good.
Let me tell you something.
She's spotless.
And I'm gonna say this: as a black man, I don't care who get mad about it. If the police would have showed up on the scene, I'd have went to jail. I can guarantee you that. But she'd have been dinged up too. Because the sad part about it is, we are being put in a position as black men. We're being put in a position as black men to not be able to defend ourselves. Everybody else can defend themselves but black men. And I'm sick of this. And then you get guys like Terry. You're breeding guys like Jesse Smollett or whatever his name is, Terry Crews, and Bow Wow. And what the other one was I talked about? All of them. You're breeding these kind of men. And what you're going to end up doing is making us have to defend ourselves. Those of us do. I'd rather die than lose a fight. To a woman or a man. I'd rather die. If you going, man, look here. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't go to jail, and my ex still was able to stick me up in a divorce decree and say I had to put a restraining order against me in the divorce decree because I wanted a divorce that bad. And it's the stuff that they do to you. And the problem is, when men say this, see, I made this statement before. When a man, when a black woman speaks her truth, it's strength. When a black man speaks his, it's called bitterness. And that's the position we put in. I looked at that picture from the first time I saw it. I said, she jumped on him. He was fighting off. She jumped on him. He was fighting off. He was trying to keep up from whooping his whole ass, and she was giving him the what for, not for, but the for, the what for. And the problem is, we don't have there's no place for us to find peace in these situations. So if anybody who agrees with me or doesn't agree with me, give me a call, 904-302-7220. 904-302-7220. And I say that not because I dislike or I hate. I don't. But I'm being honest. I'm And I'm the only one here telling the truth. I looked at Bow Wow's face. I said, she was whooping his ass. And what he was doing, trying to stop her from hurting him.
Yeah, thinking that he's preventing himself from going to jail.
Right, and he still went to jail. And I met him one time. He's a nice kid. He's a bit full of himself, but most men are. Most men are at that place. And I know women are just as full of themselves. I was watching some old stuff. And The View was on. And Whoopi Goldberg was telling them about nobody should hit nobody. But the other black girl down at the end basically said it was, as far as she was concerned, it was totally okay for a woman to hit a man. Because if you hit me, I'm going to put you in jail. This is the mindset that we're dealing with in this climate. And I'm telling you, it's going to make for a very dangerous situation. Because if a man feel like he's going to jail anyway, he might hide your body. That's what these white boys do. You know it. Yeah. When they find you, hey, she just decided she didn't want to be here. She moved off and left.
Listen, you guys protest, we shoot. You guys pray, we shoot. You guys go to church, we shoot.
In church,
we shoot. We shoot. I'm just telling you.
Wow. But I'm saying this, dude, because it's at a tipping point, man. It's at a tipping point where it's gonna go one way. I think it's gonna go wrong. And that segues me right into my next topic. How many of y'all have realized that Kamala Harris it says she's running for president? She is about as non-black as they come.
She's got a lot of problems with it. So there's a ton of debate, black debate, because they're trotting out everybody that has an opinion about black people running for office right now. So I'm debating it last night. Well, Kamala Harris was a prosecutor. She prosecuted black people when there was dispute. Cory Booker, he got a whole bunch of his problems going on.
Yeah, with the pharmaceutical deal.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of problems. I don't know who else is running, but there's going to be 50 more running here pretty soon.
Let me tell you something. That just shows you how fucked up the Democratic Party is.
Well, it's just like the Republican Party 4 years ago. Opportunists. Everybody thought they had the answer, and look who won.
Obama.
No, I mean 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Trump.
Trump.
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, Trump. I told y'all from the jump. What the Democrats are basically doing, they're showing you how weak their hand is. Trump will be our president. I told you Trump was going to win twice, didn't I?
Yeah, he probably will.
I told you he was going to win twice.
Because let me tell you what I said to my wife. If some dopey chick like Elizabeth Warren gets the nomination, they clearly haven't done it. They clearly haven't done the fucking thing. First of all, black people have learned one thing. They can change the presidency in this country. Given if handed to them whoever the nominee is, black people can change how the vote goes.
No, they can't.
They did though. They have.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Listen. The Electoral College picks the president.
I know. I understand that. I understand that clearly. But
Obama's related to the Bushes. He was family. That was the house nigga. And he did everything they wanted him to do. A lot of black folk don't want to hear me say that, but it's true.
He was one of the most conservative Democrats that have been around in a long time.
Top three.
By a mile.
Top three.
Listen, that Obamacare is not Obamacare. That is Mitt Romney's plan for Massachusetts. That is his Republican plan. If you were a Democrat, you would have Medicare for all. That's all it was. This thing, you know what it did? You know how many insurance executives are now multimillionaires? Rick Scott made $80 million while he was governor.
Rick Scott became a billionaire
because of that. Because of this Obamacare. You know, I mean, you know how much I pay? I'm the top guy where I work. Top guy. Top paid guy. I can't afford family coverage because of Obamacare. I can't afford it. Imagine the people who are making $12 an hour. Nothing against the place I work for. This is just how expensive insurance is. That all came from Obamacare.
There was once a time when I was working in the Winn-Dixie warehouse, my whole family had insurance.
My whole life I had insurance. King paid for it all. Nobody can afford it now. Employer can't afford it. It's $2,000 to $2,500 a month
per employee.
Per employee to have family coverage. They pay for 90% because they have to under Obamacare for just the employee. I don't have it. I bought an Obamacare policy for my wife. $650 a month for a $8,000 deductible. So if they get sick, I'm paying $8,000 no matter what it is before I get shit.
There you go.
You tell me that was the most Republican thing that Obama could have possibly done.
Let's talk about this here. Y'all remember Bill Clinton? 94 crime bill? That was a Republican deal.
Oh yeah, of course it was.
I'm just saying. Everybody get mad at me for saying it. That was Republican. And that was written by that special interest group. What's that special interest group? Was CCA and all that is a part of. Not Acorn. It's Acorn.
Oh, but those were the vote guys. Acorn was the guys that got out the vote. Well, they didn't get out the vote. They registered people to vote. But they focused on black people.
Right. No. I'm going to think of the name of it. But the thing that they write the laws, they pass the bill. This is a corporation. And you motherfuckers don't own no stock. And the problem is, I'm so sick of people of color keep acting like they got some. They are. What's the word I want to say? They are vested in this society, dude. It's 3 or 4 of you jokers that got $25 or $30. You tell me, you tell me this much else. Why won't they let black folk come? How come black men, you know what I'm saying, ain't doing what they need to do? Harry Leonard say Nate Campbell, Terry gonna be mad. I don't care what Terry mad about. You know, I'm reading some of the stuff that was written. Terry Crews can be mad all he wants. I'm saying what I said about him. He get mad if he want. He can't win no fist fight. I can guarantee you that. He can damn sure try, but he can't win now. I give him. I suit up whenever he ready. All 170. I'm a little dude. I'm 70 pounds light on the low end, on the high end rather. But I ain't nobody gonna grab my dick. Not unless I want him to.
That's probably not happening.
No, not gonna happen. I bet you this much right here. If you grab it, you better squeeze it and hold it. I can guarantee that. And that's the problem. Nobody wants to tell the truth about this thing. He's a Disney figure to me. He's goofy. You know? He's goofy. And I just have to say that. But at the end of the day,
that's the fruit bowl from the girls, right? Those are eating just so they know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I told them about that.
Delicious.
And it's good.
How much are the cookies? How much does it cost? They sell them by the bunch, or what?
$3 for $4. 4 for $3.
4 for $3. They're good cookies.
And they got these peanut butter cookies. They ain't quite as big, but good God, they look good. But listen, when you talking about the presidency, y'all keep talking about how y'all want everybody talking about how they want this, they want that. You're not going to get anything you want without fighting for it.
That's true.
If you ain't willing to fight for it, you don't deserve it. And that's sad.
Well,
you're not going to get anything you want.
Our bigger fight for these Democrats with regards to this to the next presidential election than they can imagine.
Here's the problem.
People don't understand how dug in Trump is.
And what they don't realize is this. We don't give a damn about no woman being president if she ain't gonna do shit. If the man ain't done nothing, the men don't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody done nothing. You know? And the saddest part about it is you keep telling me about how awesome they are as people, what job they gonna do. Ain't nobody gonna do a damn job. They ain't doing no. I don't give a damn about no woman being president. If she with no offense, Kamala Harris is gonna do worse for black. Let me tell you something. Anytime you hear somebody say they're law and order, they're the law and order candidate, that means they want to further hurt black people. Right or wrong?
Well, that's why she's not going to get elected. She's not going to get past the primary. They're already blowing it up right now. One thing Republicans know how to do, they know how to take a little something, blow it up.
Blow it up what? They ain't got to. Her record, dude. Do you know?
It's terrible. She's got a terrible record.
Do you know she put four? I know she put at least 4 women in prison for 6 months because their kids were truant from school, and the one lady dropped her son off at the school door and watched him go in the school door, and then when she left, he left and got his mama put in jail, and she put that woman in jail and bragged about it.
Yeah, that's her problem. That's why she's never going to get. She's not going to pass the primary.
I don't know why she still has an office at all. And I guarantee you this here, she's a one-term senator from this is the only term. This is her last term.
Probably.
This is her last term. Because one thing about it, when the dirt come out, have you ever noticed? When the dirt...
Well, like the second Cory Booker announced it, I didn't even know all that shit about him.
Oh, man.
I didn't know about it. I mean, I didn't read up about him, but I didn't pay attention about it. Woo! 2 seconds after you... It's amazing how far you can get in this country without people knowing the real shit about you.
Let me tell you something.
You get right up to a senator and be a senator forever, and then the second you want to become president, all the shit comes out.
Let me tell you something. I told somebody I couldn't run for office because all you gotta do is tell the truth on me. and I don't want to have to be up there debating, because I ain't the guy to be standing debating about how you feel about me and this, that, and the other. And you feel this way about me, and you want to do this about me, and I'm the other guy. I'm the guy that's gonna be like, man, fuck you. Fuck this, man. I'm that guy. But the problem is, I told a friend of mine, I said, I couldn't marry you because I'll ruin your career. Because I'm going to speak my piece. And I ain't going to be afraid to speak it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing I really have is my freedom of speech when it's all over said and done. And if the gays got their way, I won't have that. And being a black man that's willing to speak his mind is the worst thing that could happen to you. And that's sad.
Just watch the Super Bowl this weekend. There won't be anybody kneeling. Nobody.
Oh no, they ain't gonna kneel.
Nobody's gonna kneel.
These punks.
Just remember, playing football, you are a friend. You are a man. You're the man. Play football. Catch the ball.
Boy.
Fucking score touchdowns. Put us in the Super Bowl. But fucking say something about politics or speak up. And guess what you are? Just like Don says.
Run, nigga, run. That's it.
This King could have said it more concisely.
Run, nigga, run. See, there's a lot of sadness that goes into being an athlete, because what you learn being an athlete, you learn how they really feel about you. I learned how they really felt about me early on in my career. But I didn't care how they felt about me, because how I felt about them was probably as worse or as bad as how they felt about me. So nobody gets it better than an athlete or an entertainer. We get it. We really get it. We get it. I truly get it. And somebody told me the other day, said, "Oh man, Nate, you don't know what it's like to go through such so and so. You a world champion." And I had to finally get and understand this, bro. Not only do I get it, I've been called nigga by people I made millions of dollars from. Not only do I get it, but I've been seen as less than human. You know what I'm saying?
3/5.
Huh?
3/5.
3/5 of human. Bro. Oh, but you still went out and fought for them. Not okay. I said, all right. Sure did. I fought for them and I fought for my kids first. They just happen to be the one to benefit from it as much, if not more. But the problem is, I still wasn't gonna let them stop me from speaking my mind. And it's too many of us that are willing to sell ourselves short for a buck. That's why these guys are walking around in these suits. These when I say suits, these buck dancing suits. That's why these guys are walking around and dressing up as women.
You know what? I find it so ironic on the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. You know, Colin Kaepernick, you might make your arguments with him, but you know, after Ali died, you know, I'm sure a lot of people, white people, looked and said, wow, how could we have treated Ali so shitty? He was so, like, he was right. He said, I'm not going to Vietnam. I gave up my career. You know, and at the time, people were like, oh, he's just loudmouth, you know, N-word and all that shit, right?
Loudmouth nigga.
So, 40 years later, a dude kneels and has given up his fucking career. He's given up all of his shit, everything, for the principle that he has. And people twist it all different ways. The same shit they did with Ali. Oh, he's not a patriot. He's not a fucking American. You're disrespecting the troops. It's the same exact thing. Suddenly, him kneeling is disrespecting troops when he's clearly looking in the eye and going, I'm kneeling because
for my people.
I'm kneeling because black men are getting shot by bad cops. That's what he said. He didn't say anything different. He didn't go, the troops suck. We don't even like the war they're in. He said nothing like that. They just turned it into, you know why? Because it's a righteous cause, but a black man is doing it. So you can't get behind it. You can't get behind it. Unless he was maybe gay, or he was, you know, something else.
If a gay man would have kneeled, he'd have called it a hero.
I listened to people I thought were pretty sane. Fucking Kaepernick, man, he's kneeling. He's doing about the most
passive.
I'm telling you, white guys shoot and we don't say a thing. White guy shoots, kills 50 fucking people,
and
500 injured, and Trump calls him a couple of screws loose. Kaepernick kneels and
he's a son of a bitch.
He's a terrorist. He's a fucking son of a bitch. He's not American. He's all this shit. He's more American than all these motherfuckers combined. That's what America is about. He just fucked up his career, and you haven't heard him say a thing. He's just said nothing. Hey, you did what you did. Hang me on the cross, and someday, 2,000 years down the line, you'll appreciate it.
Hey, listen. Ali dies. Bill Clinton's at the funeral. Ali dies. All these other guys at the funeral. Hillary Rodham Clinton, and she was a Goldwater girl. Hear me? Racist, low-life Republican.
Yeah.
But she runs for president as a Democrat.
Yeah.
If black women don't catch that, they gotta be the dumbest. She said that Margaret Sanger was her hero. Boy, let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't get it. Y'all forgive anybody but the black man. But I love what this pastor said when he got up there. I wish you could pull that up and put it on. He said he talked about Ali being a lot of people said that Ali is not. We don't own Muhammad Ali, and he began to explain to them why we did own Ali. We own the rights to love Ali exclusively because when it was all over said and done, we was behind him all the way.
All the time, from minute one.
What I told you, you couldn't even eat if you didn't love Ali in my house. My daddy said you can't. Look here, my dad said, let me tell you something, nigga. Just like that, let me tell you something, nigga. If you don't love that man right there, you can't hang around here. You can't. You go across the street to the house over there. Cause you can't watch it. If you ain't going for Ali in this fight or any fight, you got a problem with me. My father made it abundantly clear to me and everybody around. You know what I'm saying? He made it. My daddy drew his line in the sand that day. He said, if you don't love him, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have a problem. And I didn't know why until he told me, and I still didn't know why until I did the research on my own, and I realized that Muhammad Ali was something special. That's why he was the most recognizable figure in the world. That's why there'll never be another Muhammad Ali. They'll make more money, but they won't make the impact.
I think it was the closest thing I would have next to meeting Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, it was spiritual. When I saw him,
that.
He came in that room in Syracuse full of boxers. I have the clip. I got it somewhere. I got the clip when I met him.
Right.
I got it on videotape. They taped it. And he came in, and that room was full of boxers. Larry Holmes, Ken Norton, Michael Moore, who was, I think he was champion at the time. There was 50 boxers in that room with King. And Ali came in, and you couldn't see anybody else. It was like you were blind when he came in. And I got up close to him, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I looked at him, and to this day, that's the most magical guy I ever met in my life. And at that time, he could barely speak, but he still had. You could still tell the whole dude was inside his head. Right
there you go.
His head. And he looked at the two girls, and he's got a smile on his face, and he waved them over. Two girls I worked with, and he brought them over and he gave them like a cool hug and a kiss and shit. And I backed off. I let them take the pictures and stuff. And then I looked at him and said, "You ain't gonna kiss me, are you, champ?" And he looked at me, and I didn't. I looked at the videotape. I couldn't hear exactly what he was whispering, but he whispered some shit. But he went like this, and he said something like, I'm not sure what it was he said.
But it was funny.
It was funny. It was something like, I would if I was that way, but I wasn't that way, or something like that. Some shit like that. Like he was whispering. He was like real quiet.
Right.
And I looked and I go, fuck, I had 30 seconds with this dude, and it was
the greatest 30 seconds.
Yeah, I couldn't hear exactly what he said, but I know what he was thinking. It was funny shit. You know,
and he smiled.
Yeah, he smiled. He smiled, and he was. By this time, this was '96, and he was still. You know, he's pretty far into it by then.
Right.
He was walking.
Because I met him in 2002.
But he
was Ali.
But he was still the coolest. I mean, this guy was Mother Teresa wasn't this dude.
No.
Wasn't this dude. This dude was
listen,
a
let me
real
tell you
deal,
something.
man.
I met him December 20th, 2002. I was at the Yanni Casamayor versus Yanni Vargas fight. The whole reason I went was because Angelo Dundee said, "You ought to come down, kid. Hey, Nate, you ought to come down. We're having this thing for Fifth Street Boxing down here in Miami, and the champ's gonna be there." I'm like, Ali's gonna be there? So I called Main Events. They made it happen. I got down there. Jolene sent me money, everything. Got my room together. I said, "Well, send me this money." And me and my boy, I said I was gonna fly, but I drove instead. Me and Joey Mall went down, and I'm sitting in the room, and I see him walking in.
Just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, Yeah, the light.
The light around him, right?
The light dawned upon him.
And
I'm sitting there the first table by the ropes, the gate with the fence stanchion they have there, and they say, "Hey, come here, Nate!" And I stood up, and as a kid, I go over, and this is my dad's favorite fighter, and I look at him, and I shake his hand, and my hand, he's like, "You look at my hand, John." He say, "Yeah." I say, "Yes, sir." He said, "What do you?"
Did he know you were a fighter?
Yeah, Angelo Dundee had been talking about me the whole time. He said, "This kid is old school." You know, I was 23-0 with 21 knockouts right before month before I fought Casamayor.
Yeah.
Because I fought 5 days later. I got the Casamayor fight, and on Christmas Day. I never forget. I will never forget what he looked. He leaned down and he said, "Angie said you can fight."
Yeah, really?
I said, "Yes, sir. I can fight."
Like a little kid, right?
Yeah, man. I was 7 years sick. I was 5, 6, 7. I was 5 years old. Or anything. Yeah. "Yes, sir. I can fight."
And he just looked at me.
Yeah.
And he probably looked at you, and he knew everything that was going on.
Yeah, and he smiled. Right? He said,
and he's a charming
guy, man. He's like, "You can be champion, Angel said." I said, "Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can be champion."
Yeah.
And man, I
that's
just
as cool as it gets.
Yeah, man. But the problem is we don't get those kind of guys. But he's our guy. And I hate to say that to a lot of people. They get, "Oh man." And then what kills me is when black folk get mad when I say that. He's our guy, man. He's my daddy's guy. He's my, cause dude, I don't care what you say. I'm not saying all white people are racist, but all races are white people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Pip.
Sound like Carl, man.
Yeah.
Carl King get inducted into the National Boxing Hall.
Yeah, he's going in. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying. You know what I'm saying? And nobody in the world can truly say what it's like to be, you know what I'm saying, out here in this world trying to fight for your right to speak. And I'm so sick of people had to say black women have had to work twice as hard to get half as far. I know they have. So if they had to work twice as hard to get half as far, what do you think black men feel? Yeah, because they like the black woman. At least the white guys do this in power. They love them. They love their asses, their breasts, their lips, their hips, their thighs. They hate us. Now, white women don't like black women. We know that. White women don't like white men, black women, nobody.
They don't like white men anymore.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's y'all fault. That's y'all fault. Cause that's y'all fault. You know why? Cause y'all look here. You know why white women don't like white men? Cause y'all was in on the same heist, but the cut wasn't right.
Wait. Say that one. Start at the beginning of that one. Who doesn't like who?
White women don't like white men because y'all was down with the same heist, but y'all ain't cut the money up the same. Y'all ain't cut the money up the same.
I'm done with white chicks.
Yeah, you always say that, and you got you and I got your old Cuban girl.
Well, yeah, I got my daughter and she's cool.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't saying that all white folk is racist, but all races are white folk.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, and you all pray and we shoot.
Hey, but
you protest, we shoot. You march, we shoot.
But these are the things that I think that as a whole, in order for us to break the cycle that we're in right now, if y'all, I told somebody about this. I had a white guy tell me that he didn't want equality. He told me that. I don't like it. I want you to do well, but I don't want you to do better than me or as good as me. And he said that. And I'm like, wow. I can respect him saying that. You know why? Because at least that's how I really feel.
Yeah. Hey, I told you, King told me the greatest deal he ever made was the deal to get Mike Tyson released from prison early by the judge who had a Klan banner right inside his office. He went and met the guy and he said, well, he said to the guy something like along the lines, I can't remember what what the real story is. Something along the lines of, well, at least I know where you stand. He said, yeah, I know where you stand too, so let's talk. 2 or 3 hours later, they came out. They let Mike Tyson out. The Klan judge, the guy that was the judge in Indiana. That's where the Klan started, by the way. Just in case you wanted to know where that guy's from. He had a Klan banner and a thing in his office, and King said, well, at least I know where that motherfucker stands, so I know when I'm negotiating, there's no question about who I'm dealing with. He's right out there.
And Mike
That's
Tyson,
the easiest guy I ever had to deal with.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm so sick of everybody. Somebody said Tupac is a rapist. He didn't go to jail for rape. Tupac never went to jail for rape.
Why did they say that?
Because they tried to put him in jail for rape. He went to jail for grabbing a woman's ass.
Bullshit is that?
And but they tried to hang. That's why he never had to sign up as a sexual predator.
Oh, really? Because he grabbed a girl's ass?
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Let me take you one. Mike Tyson. Probably the laziest motherfucker in the world. Mike Tyson did not rape. And you know this to be true.
I know that firsthand.
Did not rape Desiree Washington.
Yeah, I know that. Listen, I heard a long, slow story about that from Isidore. And Isidore was there. Isidore was there. One night he soberly told me exactly how the whole thing went down.
Mike didn't walk her down to the car.
Mike did not walk her down to the car, and she got pissed at that. And she got like a little attitude about the whole thing. Normally, Isidore is sitting in the room with Mike. He's sitting in the room next door. That's what he did. You know that, right?
Adjoining room.
With the door open. Mike said, I'm going to bed. Isidore said, all right, man. And Isidore, I mean, you know Izzy.
Yeah,
Izzy had sleep apnea, man. He was always like, he had sleep apnea. He should have been one of our clients. And he was falling asleep all the time. And he said, are you going to bed? He said, yeah, all right. I'm going to bed, man. I'm tired, whatever.
When they picked her up.
Mike then woke up. He had her number. He had her number written down. Called her up. Isidore doesn't know about it. Nobody's there. He goes through the lobby. He brings her upstairs.
And they was kissing, hugging, everything. All but having sex in the limo.
He was delivering oral sex to the chick. How many chicks who get raped are getting oral sex? What's the percentage of dudes who rape a chick
oral pleasure
and give her oral sex? Tell me that one. And it was all about the money because I saw the check.
1.5.
1.5. I told you about it. We saw it. We dug it. 1.5 million. It was a money order. They paid with a money order, not a money order, teller's check.
Teller's check.
We had a copy of 1.5 million. Let me tell you something. That's all it was about. It was that simple. And that chick had no conscience in her to even think twice about that. Putting that guy in jail for 3 years.
With ease.
Nope. I guarantee you there wasn't a night that she went without sleeping thinking about that.
She still to this day, it says he raped her.
I don't know. I heard too clean of a story. When I heard it from Isidore, who was pretty much there, knew what went on. He was tight with Mike. I mean, he was Mike's guy. That's why we got Mike. Is when Mike went to jail, we took Isidore.
Right.
And Isidore was a guy who was he was a guy who's got a lot of knowledge in his head about shit going down.
He know more. Isidore got more. No, Isidore knows more dirt about everything.
About everything than anybody on the planet. Not Carl, Mrs. King, Debbie. None of them know what Isidore is.
Isidore knows. Right now, if you cut his head open and poured all this stuff out, he would sink a lot of ships.
Oh yeah, he would. But he's a cool cat. He's not like that. You have to get him even in the right mood to tell you that. But I was asking one day, I'm like, tell me this shit. Like I read, which book did I read? I can't remember one of the books. I don't know. I got Mike Tyson's book in there, which I still haven't read, which tells a story about how he punched Isidore in the face.
Mike punch, is it?
Yeah, well, that's a public story. So Mike talks about it in his book and on the HBO show. But here's what happened. So Mike, when Mike was suing Don, The problem with the lawsuit was there was no escape from the lawsuit. There was only one escape from the lawsuit, and Don escaped. When he sued him, it was $100 million, okay?
Yep.
And it was a contract that sued. I'd read that 55-page agreement several times. It was this thick. It was a Showtime guy signed it, Team Tyson signed it, which was Rory, John, Mike Tyson, Don King. Those were the four. And then the Showtime guys, it was like 9 signatures on that. It was a complicated agreement. I read it, man. I read it several times. They had a whole bunch of stuff. It talked about expenses, and they put all this stuff together. So Mike sued him, and the agreement was so vague that it was going to be an easy lawsuit. They were just going to have to get him in court, get him in front of a jury, and go, Don King stole money, and the sky could have been the limit.
Right.
The jury could have awarded $1 billion.
Yeah, they could have.
Very, very easily
wiped
done
Don
it.
out.
So Don was shitting, man. He was getting rid of assets, and not getting rid of assets. He was doing a lot of stuff.
He was hiding.
Yep. He wasn't hiding them. He was changing stuff.
So anyways, the only way to get put stuff in Henrietta's name.
Yeah. So the only
he gave her $1 million.
The only way to get out of this lawsuit was to do one of two things: was to get Mike Tyson to agree to settle it, or to have somebody else intervene. So
he's going to talk to him.
No, here's what happened. So Mike was pretty out of control, which he talks about in his thing. And Mike, Don had his plane at the time. And Don went and picked him up in New York and said, "Hey man, come get the plane and shit." And Mike was enraged doing coke, and he flies him down to Fort Lauderdale, and they land at the airport. And Mike's in
the limo.
He's in Don's rolls in the.
That's what's the limo, the car.
No, he wasn't in the limo. He's in the Phantom.
Right.
The Phantom.
Right.
And Izzy was in his S400 Mercedes, the one that Mike bought him, the black. He's in front. They're on 595. They're right where 595 and 95 intersect. And Mike talks about this, but Isidore told me the story because Isidore walked in and had this big ass cut over his eye. Dude, it had like 50 stitches in it. It was like bowed out. It looked. I mean, it was sticking out. I can remember that. I can remember the cut looking at it. I said, Izzy, Isidore never fought. He was calm as, Izzy was the calmest guy. Yeah. And he sits back and he tells me the story, exactly as Mike told him. Mike told the same story. Mike filled in a few details. Mike just reared back, bam, hit Don right in the face, crushed him.
Hit Don.
No, kid, yeah, Don. Don pulled that Phantom over.
What the fuck you doing?
Motherfucker! And
Mike hit him again.
Mike hit him a couple. And Mike got out, tore his shirt off and shit, and walked across I-95 4 lanes and got in a median. And Don's all fucked up. Calls up Isidore on the phone and says, "Dude, come back. Mike's in the median. Turn around." So Mike, he can't make a U-turn. He had to go all the way down to Sterling Road to come back and get back on Davie Road and come back around for like 10 minutes just to make that loop. Isidore pulls up. Mike's storming right. He's in the
torn shirt.
And one of his guys. It wasn't Rory or John were with him then. It was one of his. It was the other guy.
Anthony. Was it Anthony? Not Crocodile. Anthony. Anthony would always go with Mike.
Yeah. No, not Anthony. What's that? Boogie. Boogie's trying to. I think it's Boogie. Is trying to calm him down.
Right.
He's coked up and he's fucking charged. He's on 595 in the afternoon. He's high on weed and he's coked up and he's angry. And Don takes off and he calls Isidore. Isidore makes a U-turn, comes around. Isidore pulls up. Mike comes out. Bam!
Hit Izzy too?
Fucking pounded Izzy. Hit him with a fucking right hand. Clocked him. And Isidore's like, Mike, what
Good thing it wasn't the left hand.
Well, I think he described it as a right, and then he tried to hit him again.
With the hook.
And he hit the top of the car. Isidore had the door open, and a couple more punches got thrown. Isidore just hits the gas. Isidore said by then he fucked up that. This is a car that Mike bought him. He said the blood is coming out on the steering wheel and over his eye, and he can't even see. And he takes off on 95. And he's
595, yeah.
No, he's on 95 going south.
Okay.
He's at 595. Right? I know exactly the spot.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I can tell you where it is. And blood's going all over the stuff. And he looks in the rearview mirror. Mike is flailing. He's so mad he doesn't even want to do. He's in the median. And him and Boogie,
standing there.
They walk down. Isidore puts his hand on his head.
Stops the cut. Stops the bleeding.
Stops the cut and drives himself to. I think he drove himself to Broward General Hospital. He turned around to Broward General, and they put about 50 stitches in his cut. I mean, it was like you saw the cut the other night.
Yeah.
It was this way.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a big
cut on yours. It's like that.
Yeah, it's a big scar. Yeah.
The full length of it.
And I always wonder where you get. Then we.
Mike walked down 95 to Sterling Road, and they walked underneath the overpass, and they went to there's a Hilton. I think it's right there on the left-hand side, and they checked in and stayed there for a night or something. And Don drove himself to JFK Medical Center and got the MRI.
Yeah.
Because he hit him so hard he thought he broke his neck. He drove himself to the hospital. And
Mike didn't give a damn.
And Mike, yeah. But that's all in Mike's book.
Yeah.
But I heard it from Isidore's side.
I heard
Isidore. That's how I know Isidore. When Isidore's telling you shit,
he's telling the truth.
Never bullshit.
Right. I know.
Bullshit.
Mike was like, make that fucking broke his neck, man. Break his fucking neck.
Yeah. And Mike is still. Did you see? Mike is still angry at Don. Did you see him at the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, man.
He threw the water on him.
Yeah.
Don tapped him on his shoulder. He turned around, threw the water. He's still pissed at Don.
I mean, Don, they say that it was $30 million that it started out as, and they put all that money together in a big account. So I
watched what for what?
It was the Bunsen Douglas fight, the purse from that.
Yeah, but let me tell you one more great story. So that shit happened, and then Don one time said, told someone after said, "Hey man, I gotta settle this lawsuit or something." So Don's brilliant. Sometimes it's some shit he does just sounds like really stupid. I guess he got $10 million, put it on a pallet out in 501. Camera filmed him and sitting in a pile. And he went up to New York. They got the hotel room, and he said, "Look here. I got $10 million sitting on a pallet. There's a video of it." Mike got so pissed
and beat him.
Well, he did some other shit. That I'm not gonna say on air.
He sent the girl up to talk to him. Yeah.
No. And that almost happened, but he was so pissed. It was such the wrong.
I'm not laughing about that part. I'm laughing that Don thought that was going to work.
Yeah. Well, Don didn't know what to do. And guess what happened? Guess who rescued Don? This is the most ironic shit.
IRS.
The IRS rescued Don because Mike was in trouble, and the IRS said, "We'll settle it for you. We're going to make Mike settle this account. You pay us $14 million." Don couldn't have written that check quicker. He said, "Get the checkbook. get that fucking checkbook out." Woo! He transferred that money in I never saw him transfer money. He was out of the lawsuit, and that was it.
And that's why Mike hates him. Because the IRS, see, Don.
That was beautiful by Don. Once again, man, he ended up being the smart guy in the whole thing.
Right, but it wasn't that smart because it was smart, but it was unethical. And Mike to this day hates him.
Well, he does, but here's the thing. One time when we were preparing for this lawsuit, all kinds of crazy stuff. Listen, Mike Tyson, when he fought for Don King, including the fights pre and post.
300 million, 400 million?
No, he averaged, I think it was
30 million a fight.
No, he didn't average 30 million a fight. Take the $30 million fights after he got out of jail, and the 6 or 7 fights or 8, 10 fights before it from Trevor Berbick up, and he wasn't getting big money then; he was getting $5 million or something. Like, take all those fights and compare it to any other time in his career, anything else, and no one was close to what they were paying.
Right, he was making. I know
he was making 185% more with Don than he was with anybody.
I know he was getting $1 million training camp expense on the minimum it was.
Dude, when he was in jail, when he got out,
he got $20 million a day.
Receivable on him. I remember staring at. I remember looking at the green bar paper that was this thick. Okay, it was this thick of green bar. It was like 230 pages of shit that we charged back to him for his expenses. I remember looking through it and going, I just got to look at this to see what the fuck is on this. Dude, his fucking Tiger trainer guy was getting like $5,000, which included the food they were feeding this tiger in his house in
Vegas.
Southington. No, in Southington. The Tiger cage is still there. I think they just took it down some church property. The guy was like $5,000 a week in Southington, Ohio.
Right, Ohio.
His house was, that's where the Tiger was.
Right.
The Tiger guy was like $5,000 a week. I remember I was looking at it. They were flying people up to jail all the time. The towel thing is the one that he talks about in HBO about Don paying for the towels, and that story is fucking great. I'm saving that for the book I'm writing because that story is too goddamn good. If I wrote that about the towels, man, well, you think Mike's pissed now? He'd be even more pissed. But anyways, the towel thing got him pissed because he had these towels in his washing machine at Don King Production, and they were charging it back to Mike, and that's what Mike talks about in the show. He's talking about Don King and the towels. I know about the towels. I was there. It supervised the guy installing the washer and dryer for the towels.
Right.
And he was charging them back for towels, which was ridiculous.
Right.
Every time there was a FedEx, they sent everything FedEx. Our FedEx bill was like $50,000 a month. Everything they did with Mike Tyson was FedEx everywhere. Everything got charged back to Mike. So this FedEx was pages and pages long. It was $32 million.
In FedEx bills?
No, $32 million in total AR the day that Mike walked out of the prison, March 5th, was it? 1995. When he walked out, he owed Don $32 million. By Tyson Holyfield 2, it was all paid back. Way before that, it was all paid back. It was paid back before Bruno fight. All that $32 million was paid back. Paid back. Don took it all back out of his checks. But he got $25 million from McNeely. He got $10 million for Buster Mathis. He got $30 million for Bruno. He got $30 million for Selden. He got $40 million for Holyfield, and then $35 million in the rematch.
Right.
Mayweather's the only guy that's ever gotten money like that.
Right.
Nobody else has got money.
Right.
No one.
Right.
5 fights, two of which you were champion for. 2. Holyfield won, and Selden, he was the champion. The rest of them, he wasn't even the champion. He got $25 million for a 12-round fight against McNeely when he'd been in jail for 25 years. So
but
you can't complain that much about King. Come on, man. Come on. The number. I'll
yes, you can. You can complain when
you can complain with him, but I'm telling you, the facts are there about him. More people made more money with him than anybody else. He made more millionaires than any other promoter.
Oh yeah, I made more money with Don King than anybody else.
Of course. That's the point. So, listen, I paid those fighters. I was there doing those sheets with you, and people take loans. You got to pay that.
I wasn't doing the loan shit.
You weren't, but every other one of these guys were doing it. Come on, man.
I don't play that. I was like Howlin' Wolf.
3 guys that didn't take loans. You, Ryan Coyne, and Felix Trinidad were like the only dudes, and Frankie Lyles were the only guys that didn't take loans from him. Everybody else did. Everybody took a loan from him.
Wow. On
every fight, everybody. There were so few guys that didn't take loans from him.
Wow.
There's way over $100 million in unpaid debt at Don King Productions. Way over. Nobody paid him back. Nobody talks about that shit.
Wow.
If I put a list out here, if I did an AR and put a list of everybody that didn't pay Don back, and these are real numbers. It's not bullshit. This is I
bet if you asked him how much somebody borrowed from him, he could tell you.
Fucking everyone. He asked, I took a loan from him for $9,000 for a car. In 2001, I went to his house. I was notarizing his will that day. His will. Mrs. King was there. Crushing Modell, guys. I notarized that whole will. I was looking through that. I initialed every page, so I was looking at it. Carl's like, am I in it? Am I in it?
What's Carl in it?
I said, God damn, your name was on every page. He's like, God damn, I love you, man. He says, I love you, man. I said, no, I'm just telling you what was on it. And I'm looking at every page. And I said, hey, man, can you loan me like $9,000? He said, yeah, man, call Marjorie. Get it from her. That's all that was said. That fucking dude, he talked about it for years after. Marjorie, he'd pay that money back. And Marjorie goes, yeah, John, yeah, Don. He's the only one of your employees that paid you back. He paid you back every paycheck with 12% interest. Okay, all right. 6 months later, he paid that money back. He knew the answer to it.
Right.
He knew. He'd call me up and go, look at this guy, man. That motherfucker, I gave him a loan, man. It was like 94. I gave him $100. I gave him $1,500 check and something. This was like fucking 15 years ago. I looked this shit up. He's right on the fucking money. Look at the check. Motherfucker knew the date, everything, and he knew phone numbers too.
I told you he could tell you my phone number.
He would tell you.
Yeah.
He knew my phone number. He knows my phone number.
He knows him.
He's crazy.
I didn't think Nate's phone number's all right. 813.
Yep. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, but
what the fuck is that internet shit though? He don't understand nothing about the internet, but man, that shit.
But he's a numbers guy. So my thing is, in a nutshell, I'm glad to know that we I hope that you guys had a good time listening to us tell some of my stories. And that was just really one of those shows we want to do that. But I want y'all to understand something. Before we check out, we're checking out now. So many guys, so many of us are going through the ringer with the stuff that's going on. I don't believe Justin Smollett, Campbell, Harris ain't what you want. Cory Booker ain't what you want. Terry Crews needs your ass beat. For letting that man grab your plug and not doing nothing here, but you want to beat up here. Don King ain't as bad as they make him out to be, unless you ask to Mike Tyson. But everybody has their own opinion, and I love Mike Tyson. If Mike say he did it, goddamn he did it. I guess he just ain't never do it to me. But I'm glad he did, because I take my gun to I used my cane with my pistol one time. I ain't playing with you, Don, about my money, man. I think that we as a whole need to get together. Black folks, stay on code. Stay on code. But if you're gonna come for each other, have a reason to do it in the privacy and sanctity of a quiet place. Have a good weekend. Have a good night. Peace.
referee and man in charge of the action with that bell ring will be Donnie Jessup. Presenting to you first, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 129.6 pounds. Looking to add a victory to his record. From Sanford, North Carolina, please welcome Neck Tron.